Morning, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to come on here this morning and pray that everybody has a blessed day, and just wanted to say hi. I did want to briefly touch on the subject of fake news, because I'm starting to notice something that's coming out more so in the mainstream media, which, if you kind of look at how things are going, it makes a whole lot of sense, that's for sure. A lot of my family watches the news, and so I know they're the ones that scream that, a lot of information on the internet is misinformation or it's fake news. But I think it's kind of interesting that they're the ones saying that. But I digress. So when I watch the news with my family, I use kind of the same tactic towards them. I realize that 99.9% of everything that they say is a lie. So if you watch the news and you read it, you watch it or read it knowing that, then you can actually get a little bit of truth out of it. What it reminded me of is the Men in Black, where they would go to that newsstand and read the Inquirer to actually get the truth. So it's funny because that is the truth, hiding in plain sight, which is interesting in itself. So if you're ever caught where you have to, sit with somebody that is watching stuff like that, or that's all they talk about, it at least give you a little bit of insight on how to kind of look at it and how to read it, but I imagine you all know that information already. But the point of my video here this morning is I'm starting to see a pattern. And what I noticed over the last couple days, I think I did mention it in either the last video or a couple videos ago, that you can see news articles that start coming out in groups. And when you start seeing them come out in groups, then you know that's a narrative that's been given to all of them to push. And I imagine you've all seen those videos where it'll show, 100 newscasters all saying the exact same thing, and they kind of mesh all those videos at the same time, so it's one echoing voice. And if you think about it, that's mind control right there. It's brainwashing. You say a lie enough times and people start to believe it. So that's exactly what's going on here. And now what I'm finding is, my wife, I caught her watching the news here yesterday, and the last little bit of information that I heard was that law enforcement is going to start coming for people giving out misinformation on the internet. So you can see where this is going. It's not even about the misinformation about the virus. You got to remember, this is a spiritual war that we're in. This has nothing to do with the surface, which is politics or money. It's good versus evil. So you can see where the censorship is going to start to go. And I've seen little tidbits of, that person had the coronavirus and they were showing signs of schizophrenia, or they were acting a little funny, like our friend Mr. Cuomo there. I mentioned that he had some dreams that were demonic, and it was because of his fever. Yeah, okay. So if you can see the narrative where they're going here, and the information that they're giving you, and the subject of the information, it all starts to become more clear. They want to paint a picture of us as being crazy, you guys. And I am crazy. Crazy for the Father. And don't care what anybody else says about me. It doesn't matter. And this is what I want to tell you right now. Do not care about what anybody thinks of you that comes at you negatively. And in fact, pray for them. Feel sorry for them. Teach them. Be calm. Wise as serpents. Calm as doves, guys. Think like the enemy, but show them exactly how they should be living. There's stories of apostles being tortured to where they were being killed and still held to the word and kept preaching with a calm face, telling the person doing it to them, it's going to be all right. You don't know what you're doing. So these are all examples, all stories that have been given to us to show us, hold firm, hold the line, you guys, hold it. As they're charging at us, hold the line. Right until your last breath. Now they're going to come for us. Let them come. Doesn't matter. They're supposed to come. Remember again, our Father will only give you what you can handle. So that being said, pay attention, because the news actually does tell you what is coming. You just have to be able to discern the information and read it. I'm not saying stare at it all day and wait for it and watch for it. but you'll start picking up patterns. You'll start seeing things that will start to open your eyes. And for those family members that aren't quite there yet, don't get frustrated with them. Trust me, it's easier said than done. But we have to have patience with them and know that it's part of the plan, that they will be brought to that information. It's not about you and you bringing the information. It's about the truth and them finding it. And we're just instruments used to bring these people to the truth. That's it. So if you can let your ego and your pride, and trust me, these are sins that I have to work on, and please forgive me, Father, for them. It has nothing to do with me. It's about bringing that person to the truth. So we are being attacked, you guys. You see peaceful protesting going on right now, and that's how it's going to start. Then somebody's going to ruin it for everybody, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm going to happen to say that will probably be an organized event, if you know what I'm saying. I just want to make an interesting... I noticed something quite remarkable, actually. Since this whole thing's been happening, there hasn't been any mass shootings, which is a great thing. Nobody's losing their life. So I'm very happy to the fact that there hasn't been any mass shootings while this all has happened. And I guess it must mean that nobody's under stress anymore and nobody's doing anything irrational right now. But what I'm saying is nothing's always what you think it is when you see it. And am I trying to promote violence or anger or hatred? None of that. Quite the opposite. Love, peace, kindness. That's all we need. It's the only weapon we need. So remember, whenever there's any kind of act of violence out there, remember it's not from us. No matter what you're told or what you hear or what they find in their computer, it's not of us. So I am not preaching for us to stand up and aggressively do anything irrational that the enemy wants us to do. The exact opposite. You stand and smile. Love your enemy. So I just want to say, I hope you have a blessed day. I love each and every one of you. And Father willing, I'll do another one. I love you guys. Take care.